Well, I'm sitting in front of a Spice Room Tandoor and Bar, Lovely's Sweet House and Takeout. So it's Friday night. I'm not working tomorrow, thanks God. So this was a short week, and so I decided to get some sikh kebab, as they call it. And she says, lamb? I said, yeah. Okay, hold on, let me go check. She asks at the kitchen, and they said, no, we don't have any lamb kebab, but we have chicken. I said, no, that's not good. Give me aloo gobi. Aloo gobi, it's like potatoes with peas, you know. And so she said 10-15 minutes, and so I have time to do this video. And I wanted to talk about my new computer, which was again quite an adventure. You know, I forgot that when I was a trucker, like over the road trucker, I never used my own address when I was buying something online. You know, where do you ship it? I always use the customer service center. So let's say I'm driving with a load and I know where I'm going. Let's say I'm going from, you know, Toronto, Ontario to Minnesota. So I'm passing Chicago, and I look for, and I know that, let's say my package was sent by UPS. Very important. The carrier must match the customer center you pick. So if your package was delivered, it was shipped by UPS, you cannot use the FedEx customer center because they will never leave the package there. Ask me how I know. It happened before. And so let's say I order some, I don't know, some mufflers or something, right, for my car or for my truck. And I ask them ship by, you know, UPS. Okay, and then I find the UPS, customer center ahead of me, which way I'm driving in my semi-truck. Let's say I'm passing Chicago again. And I find a place where, you know, I look on the map, you know, so that it's easy access for a big truck. And I check the hours so that they don't close too early. And that's it. That's when I receive a message that, and I say, yeah, hold for pickup. Hold for pickup, my name, UPS customer service center. And that's it. I go there in my truck, I pick up the package, no problem. But here, it's been a while, so I forgot about this. You know, now I have an apartment, right? So for some reason, I use my own address. I live alone, right? Why would you use your own address? So that's a lesson learned. Never use your home address for UPS or FedEx when you live alone. So basically what happened is that they sent me, I got it on Apple Canada website, because in July I'm going to UK for a 1 week vacation, and so I need a laptop in order to keep making videos and upload them, right? And plus, you know, a laptop, it's nice to have. Like, I like sitting somewhere in a coffee shop, you know, playing with it. And I sold my old one because it was getting like 3 or 4 years old. And so I sold that one. And so I needed something with a big screen. So I go online, and they have this quite affordable, you know, MacBook Air. Super light, great battery life, 15-inch display. And so I grabbed that one. It comes with a possible monthly payments. And so you don't have to pay, all you have to pay up front is like $100, which is like tax, pretty much, sales tax. And then they charge you a bank account, and that's it. So easy peasy. Okay, the only problem was when they sent me the confirmation saying, yeah, you approved, package is shipped, it says carrier, FedEx. And I'm like, holy moly, I don't like FedEx. They're not very flexible. And then there's a fine print, and it says that the package will be delivered Friday, which is today, May 9th, the Victory Day in Russia, between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. And of course I'm working, you know, like, okay, I started panicking, you know. So I call Apple customer center service, and I say, can we redirect it to a FedEx customer center near me? And she says, okay, we can do that, but this was like Thursday. But she says, please know that FedEx takes 48 hours to respond to our request. So basically, if they attempt to deliver it Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday are not business days, so then again they will try to deliver Monday, and they only try 2 times. If they cannot find the customer after 2 times, I said, what happens? And she says, they return it to Apple. I said, holy, this is like unbelievable. there's nothing we can do. She says, well, because you put your home address in, and because it's Friday is the delivery day, right? So Friday and then Monday, if they don't respond, it's going back to us. And I said, can you please at least send it back to Apple Store? I'll go find the Apple Store somewhere here and pick it up. She says, no, it'll come back to the warehouse. Okay, so I take matters in my own hands. I go on to FedEx.com website, FedEx Canada, and I see there's an option, even if you don't have an account with FedEx, but you're just a customer, you can do a redirect, because I guess for them it's good, right? Because instead of sending the truck and with the package twice and there's nobody there, because like I explained to like, this freaking pickup truck is backing, but of course hopefully everybody has cameras, but he's backing out of his space so close to me. So anyway, FedEx offers an option where you can redirect it to customer center. Okay, I click that. Let's redirect. All right, confirm your address. I confirm my address. and the website says no FedEx locations in your area. And for some reason it shows me the entire map of the world. It says choose your continent. Like, holy, what's happening? Like, where are we? On Mars? It says, okay, North America, Europe, Australia. All right, I choose North America, then Canada, English. And it says no customer service centers in your area, like nothing. And then I remember that I had issues with my printer. I have a wireless printer. And I found that the problem, that one stopped working, was because I made my firewall more restrictive. I basically checked the box where it says block all incoming connections, activate stealth mode, and so I found that for me, for the printer to work, I have to go in and temporarily disable the firewall, and then the printer works. I print out something, then I go and reactivate the firewall. And so I thought, hey, maybe this issue with no known locations is caused by that. So yeah, I do the same. I go uncheck all the boxes on the firewall, refresh the website. Right away it finds a bunch of locations. One of them is where I picked up before. It's like 5 minutes from my home. So I go there, I give them the tracking number, and the lady cannot find the package. She looks in the back, it's like a mess, boxes everywhere. And she says, I said, yeah, it was just delivered a couple of hours ago, because I got a message saying that your package is ready for pickup at that location that I chose. And she cannot find it. And then finally she finds it on a different desk where it's not supposed to be, because that desk, she says, no, that's Purolator, like another Canadian courier company. But I see I said, it's a laptop, so it should be like a flat box, not very big, And I see there's a box like that sitting on the Purolator table. And that lady is still in the back there. She says, no, you cannot come in here. And after like 10-15 minutes, she's like, she has this hopeless look on her face. And then she comes to the Purolator table. She sees that box. She looks at the label. Bingo. So somebody must have, put it in the wrong spot. So I got it. Yeah, sorry. No Indian food for me today. I waited 15 minutes, go in, not ready. 20 minutes, not ready. Okay, 5 minutes more. After half an hour, I said, give me a refund. So they gave me a refund. I said, you know what? Because I'm gonna go to Bien Vietnamese. And I said, these guys only take 10 minutes. And so that's what I did. I went in and I ordered this pho beef noodle soup, extra beef, spicy, with 2 egg rolls. So now we just wait 5 minutes, and tonight we're going Vietnamese. And while we're waiting, let me show you this package that created such a commotion, because Captain Sergey forgot how to do ordering online, right? Never send it to yourself. And that's what I said. I told the lady, I said, it's a laptop, that's what it should look like a flat box, not very big, So finally she found it. So now we're gonna do unboxing after I get my noodle soup. Okay, probably it's gonna be ready now, because these guys are super quick. Well, time to open up this bad boy. No knife is required. Nothing, no packing. Well, the walls were kind of like double walls, and there's something here to protect it. But so that's all you have on the box. Okay, here it says MacBook Air. MacBook Air. Some arrows here. Okay, so now it should be open. And when you order these, you have a choice of, I think it was like 4 colors. I went with this one. Look at this. Wow. Because my compass is blue, right? So I went with this. It's kind of like dark blue, but super thin, very small, very light. Not very good for self-defense, but great for travel. And then here, with this little, they still give you a booklet. It's probably just warranty. Okay, MacBook Air. You have some typeface size 5, so you have to have a eyesight of an eagle to read it. I think that's it. There's nothing else in there. It just gives you, are these stickers? That's the instruction you get. 1 page and then a little 2-page booklet. We don't need no stinking instructions. Oh, and then you get something else here. Oh wow, that's the charger. Actually, I was wondering about this because lately more and more manufacturers, they don't include chargers. For example, now I bought this Nikon Z5 or Z5 Mark II camera, and there's no charger. So I had to use the charger from my previous camera. So yeah, that's the charger, you see? So it has a regular USB-C cable. Or actually one end is different. You see, this goes into the computer, and this goes in here. Very elegant. And that's it. There's nothing in there. So, what kind of ports we have here? Yeah, we have 2 USB-C here, and we have the charging port here. And that's it. Oh, that might be for the, they still give you one for the headphones, I think. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't want to open it because it'll start urging me to set it up, but we'll just open it to see how it starts. But then all black. Beautiful, beautiful computer. So it's MacBook Air. It's not as powerful as MacBook Pro, but I don't need the power. I just need the portability and lightweight. Yeah, just a typical startup screen. And then you choose your language, and then you go from there. Well, we'll leave it for later. So there you have it.
To use English as the main language, Press the return key.
You see, that's why I didn't want to start it, because now it's gonna return. Doesn't want to shut down. Okay. Man. Never saw a computer talk to you with the screen closed. It's supposed to be asleep. And I have a bag for it, so my backpack has a compartment. By the way, let's check how it fits. So this is my camera backpack for travel. See, I have my cameras in here. I can put another camera here. And this compartment is, that's where I had my previous MacBook Pro. It was, I think, 17 or 15, so wow, this is, see, goes in perfectly. And when we throw the charger somewhere here, and we're good to travel.